What's led me to be obedient and fear the Lord? What made me seek, or what made you seek Him and love Him as He loves us? It's a big question. Well, I grew up knowing my family's always been related to the church and into the church, and more than that, have always had faith and whatnot. So it was definitely instilled in me at a young age. It wasn't something I came about randomly, I guess, or was drawn to. But personally, I've been through a lot in life. Been through a lot, and I guess when I really made a decision the first time, because we fall short, we fall away, and if we're not careful, we'll stray away. Our hearts are prone to wander. So I've wandered a few times, came back, wandered off, came back, wandered off. But initially, it was probably around the time one of my really good friends died. It was during that time period, it was high school. Me and my group of friends really into some things that shouldn't have been into to begin with. And I remember I'd go to church, and I remember whenever they'd have the call, at the end of the service. I remember there were a few times where I would feel it in my heart that I should go up and say, okay, I'm going to give myself to the Lord. And I always kind of downplayed it, maybe next time. And then finally, one week I went, and the feeling was just so powerful, so overwhelming, and it literally felt like He was talking dead to me, like pointing at me, and like, you need to do this. So I went ahead and did it, and followed up with, I think it was like a 4-week, maybe a 6-week class, like a Bible study type thing. Just help to grow and to get you to know who the Lord is, and how He sees us, and how we can be better for Him. So I did that, and then of course, fell away, and came back again, just wanting to be more, wanting to be better, just not liking who I was or where I was at in life and how I felt. For one, I remember when I was younger, I was really down and out, not really down and out, but like a rebel, really into the dark scene of things, and just like that whole dark style for some reason. I never really understood it back then. Now I see why, but back then I never really understood it. And it really just came about just wanting to know more, wanting to do better, and realizing that there is more to this life than what the world leads on. Realizing that in order for us to love ourselves, we have to accept the love that's given to us from the Lord. That's probably one of the main things I started to realize. I was really unhappy at a point in time, really just down and out, and didn't like what was going on, didn't like what my friends were doing, didn't like what I was doing, and I just wanted to get out of that. And I felt the Lord was calling to me at that point in time. So I started to read more, and read the Bible more, and I just started to draw closer, draw near. And as I've grown older, but more so as I've grown to know Him more, it's made me want to love Him more and want to do better for Him. At the same time, in return, it's going to do better for my life, because you're doing the right things when you're doing things for the Lord. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Can't anybody dispute that. When you're doing things for the Lord, you're doing the right things. If you're truly convicted of the Spirit, though. Because, people do, crazy things in the name of the Lord, quote unquote. But, there's no fruit of the Spirit there. But just as I gotten older, and as I've come to know Him more, it's made me want to know Him more, but also share it more. And just to be better in life, just to get out of the things I was doing and to be better and to do more, to be my full potential, to fulfill what I was put here, my purpose, to find what that is, because you can only find it by going to the source, and the source is the Lord. and then to fulfill that. And in a nutshell, I mean, that's really what it is. I want to do better. I want to help people, and I love to love. And the Lord gives you all those things.